Hi everyone, we're finally back with the final match here at the 3rd Singapore Open. Once again, I'm joined with by Martin Tan over here, and we'll be casting up the next match between Benjamin Tan and Takashi Tegumi, right?
Yes.
Teguchi?
Teguchi, yes.
Teguchi, yes, okay. Still not used to that. Both players, I believe, we've seen quite a lot of on stream already. Benjamin piloting quite an interesting team with Bravery and a few other very unorthodox mons like Ellen and I have mentioned over the last 2 days. It's a very, very strange combination of not so strange Pokemon.
Yes.
Just him lacking a Tapu most significantly.
Yeah, and whereas Takashi, he is carrying the standard looks from the outside, Fake DG, but well, as we can see during the semi-finals against Suki, packing a lot of tanks.
A lot of very interesting options on his team despite it looking very cookie cutter. Hidden Power Fire on Porygon 2 most notably, which took out Sugi's Katana and really helped him. I think practically won him a set from behind
Yes.
in the past top 4 match.
Yes, exactly. So I'm sure the Japanese Singaporean showdown will be very interesting for the audience.
Yeah, it's not common that we see a Japanese player, of course, here. Usually they have no reason to come all the way here despite the CP up for grabs. Takashi, I believe, is just here on holiday and happened to be able to pop by, which is why he's here today.
Yes, exactly.
And surprisingly doing extremely well. Much to the dismay of some of our unfortunate Singaporeans, really, since he's taken up a slot in the CP awarding top cut.
Yes, unfortunately indeed.
Yeah, but incredible seeing him in action regardless. I think it's a real treat for everybody watching, both here and at home, to see such an incredible team piloted by a pretty good player, honestly.
Yes, in fact, I mean the fact that the Japanese are actually quite well known for their very unorthodox options in their BO1 centric metagame. Definitely a good spectacle for the audience.
Despite that, but we've definitely seen that his experience is not limited exclusively to the best of 1 format. He played a very, very convincing best of 3 set against Sugi earlier.
Yeah, this exemplifies their flexibility in terms of adapting.
Looking forward to see how he handles Benjamin's team, which is a very anti-meta pick, as we discussed earlier.
Yes.
Once again here, just to recap, both teams you see, Benjamin's on the left with Arcanine, Garchomp, Buzzwole, Gigalith, Nihilego, and Bravery.
Whereas Takashi's team would be the Fake DG, barring the Gigalith being replaced by Snorlax.
Yeah, team we're all very familiar with. Very standard picks from Takashi in terms of items as well, except on the Tapu Fini where he's holding a Z Crystal to turn his Muddy Water into a Hydro Vortex, the Waterium Z.
Yes, and so in fact, we have seen earlier in the stream, the Tapu Koko is carrying the Electrum Z, so making it that his team will have 2 Z Crystals. So flexibility in terms of the nuking move in his team.
First thing that comes to mind though is that Takashi's team doesn't exactly have a lot of very safe options against the Nihilego and combination of Bravery and Garchomp actually, which we've seen Benjamin simply plow his way through his opponents with in previous games.
Yes.
Kind of wonder what he's going to have to bring up front, because if I were him, I'd be feeling really pressured right now against this matchup.
Yeah, in fact, I mean the Buzzwole itself could be quite a force to be reckoned with in terms of against the Gigalith, against the Snorlax, against the Katana. That could pose quite some issues for Takashi.
Yeah, that's true. Benjamin's team is just really strong, I think, because of the Bravery and Garchomp combination, which does so well at deterring Arcanine, which allows Buzzwole to kind of have a bit more free reign in the back end. Really put pressure on these teams that are very heavily dependent on Arcanine for synergy, particularly this particular fake PG iteration, which tends to fall apart should Buzzwole be given too much free reign with Arcanine or Tapu Koko eliminated.
Yes, so therefore I think Takashi's prudent game plan would be to quickly take out the Buzzwole that can directly threaten Snorlax and Katana, and even the Koko again using Poison Jab.
That I completely agree with, and I'm very curious to see how he executes that overall. He's kind of baited it Buzzwole to stay in right now with Porygon 2 on the other side of the field, so perhaps he's going to be trying to capitalize on that and play himself into a position where Buzzwole is weakened to the point where it's no longer an issue.
Yeah, true. So a potential play, I mean, assuming that Benjamin may not want to switch out, probably a Moonblast on the Buzzwole, but I think he recognizes that, withdrawing for Bravery.
I think we're going to see an Earthquake come off here, Bravery coming in just to avoid taking any damage, and Takashi switches out Porygon 2. What's he going to bring in now? It's the Arcanine.
Oh, again, it's an unfortunate kind of throwback like what Ruven did in the semi-finals, boosting his Bravery to a +1.
Indeed, very, very well-timed switch there from Benjamin. I'm not really sure what he was going for it, but it's going to pay off regardless, and Arcanine is going to eat the Earthquake. Despite the Intimidate, that's still going to do a lot of damage. More than half to it, and not quite enough to proc the berry, unfortunately.
Yes.
But we are going to see Hydro Vortex come off, I think.
I'm sure it's probably going onto the Garchomp, try to eliminate the Scarf Garchomp.
But in that case, why won't you go for Moonblast?
Well,
very curious to why you chose the Hydro Vortex over Moonblast anyway,
Yeah.
since both targets were weak to Fairy, but where is it going into? Garchomp, okay. Maybe he knows a calculation that we don't.
yeah, probably. I mean, he needed a nuke factor for the Garchomp.
Is it gonna be enough?
Oh, it's not enough.
Not quite, unfortunately. Scarf Garchomp probably investing a bit more HP and more special defense than your average Garchomp.
I see. So yeah, I mean, it's indeed a surprising turn of events. So now it seems that Benjamin's momentum is kind of snowballing because both are outspeeding both Tapu Fini and Arcanine.
Benjamin's really in a pretty good position here. There's absolutely no deterrence for him to just fire off a really strong move from Bravery. Garchomp has to be a bit wary of extreme speed, but nothing can really stop Bravery at this point. It's gonna be able to at least pick out, at least get some serious damage off onto whatever comes in.
Yeah, either the Tapu Fini by the Supersonic Sky Strike or either the Brave Bird on the Arcanine.
See, Tapu Fini definitely aware of that right now, going for the Protect. And oh, no extreme speed, so Earthquake is gonna pick off Takashi's Arcanine, I think.
Well, Arcanine switching in and doing practically nothing in this game, so well, pretty much a surprise. I felt that Takashi probably did not expect that switch out from Buzzwole earlier.
If Benjamin goes for Tailwind now, it'll be big, but now we see Brave Bird. Smartly not burning his Z move, no reason to yet, honestly, especially with the attack boost.
But I guess that because Takashi's Protect may actually have predicted that potential Z move that so therefore he wanted to
that's
at least
true.
cancel that out.
If I were Takashi, I'd be feeling pretty darn disheartened right now. It's a really tough spot to be in.
Losing
hard to imagine any way to come back, really.
It's like losing Arcanine to practically doing, and it practically did not impact the game at all in this set.
I guess if he had extreme speed and he had gone for it and onto Garchomp and had Tapu Koko in the back, he'd probably still feel a bit relatively contented with his position, but really hard to see a way of coming back now.
Yes, but I mean a potential trade could happen. Say Ice Beam on Garchomp and the potential. I mean, but he will have to probably trade a Tapu Fini for taking out the Garchomp via the potential Supersonic Sky Strike from Braviary.
Yeah, I guess he does have a bit of an opening now since Benjamin is forced to pick his targets. Bravery is only going to be able to bring down, maybe take out one of his of Takashi's mons right now. So if Takashi plays this right, maybe he could come out on top still.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if the combination of a -1 Earthquake and the Supersonic Sky Strike will be able to take out the P2 or not. That's something that it may be in the books.
Yeah, I actually wonder whether Benjamin has a superpower on his Bravery. We haven't seen it at all today, I think.
At all, yes.
And you think that if he does have it, this will be the time to reveal it right now. But we're not going to see Earthquake come off, so maybe he's not even going for that at all this turn.
But he's probably exposing himself to a potential Muddy Water from Tapu Fini.
Muddy Water in the Bravery is something you never really want to do, man. The accuracy drop could be
oh, I see.
absolutely disastrous.
I forgot about that. But the Supersonic Sky Strike indeed going on to the probably the Tapu Fini slot.
Yeah, that could be bad if it hits Snorlax, because we've seen in past games that Benjamin's Bravery is strong enough to take out a full health Snorlax with boosted Supersonic Sky Strike.
I see.
Of course, Snorlaxes tend to run a lot of variety in the EV spreads, but
yeah, it's going on to the Snorlax. I don't know. I'm not sure if the +1 will be able to take it out.
We'll find out shortly.
Whoa! And it takes out. That's a very big KO from Benjamin.
Trick Room going up. Tapu Fini coming in. Sounds like a good position on paper, but the reality is that Benjamin, I think, has all 4 of his mons still, and Tapu Fini is not. It's in. I think it's gonna be in range of a poison jab from Buzzwole. So
yes, exactly.
A lot less comfortable position than you expect from this, really.
And 2 Pokemon carrying the entire team, even though in a supposedly speed tier advantage.
Yeah.
And like in fact risking the potential accuracy drop, even boosting the Defiant ability, boosting its attack by the Defiant. Yeah, it's not looking too well.
This is not one matchup that Porygon 2 is gonna be able to 3v1 its way out of, unfortunately.
Yes, and we see the Ice Beam going on to the Braviary. Well, probably fishing for freeze? No.
Not gonna get it, but Muddy Water's gonna come off. Is it gonna connect? Yep,
yes.
It does, and that's actually gonna take out Braviary. Not gonna take out Arcanine probably, but still a good chunk done, and I don't think that's enough to proc the berry, which is fortunate for Takashi.
That's true. And the Wild Charge going on to the... but I think this Wild Charge will be able to proc his own berry.
Yeah, pretty good. Good for Benjamin there, really.
Yes.
Look on his face doesn't suggest that it was intended, but still,
yes,
something to celebrate.
Takashi looking quite disappointed at this outcome. Yeah, I feel that in fact the first turn of him losing his Arcanine, yes, I felt that could have sealed it.
Yeah.
As in a sense, the snowballing of momentum from Benjamin's end definitely put him in a very strong position.
Something we've seen a lot of so far with Benjamin's team, and it's probably its true strength, really, how the combination of Bravery and Garchomp tends to overwhelm a lot of very standard-looking teams these days, and a lot of them just have no answer to it being to Bravery being maneuvered well.
Yes.
We've seen some opponents try and outplay Bravery's attacks only for Benjamin to set up a tailwind in front of them, and in this case he didn't even need to.
Yes.
The raw power of Bravery after the Intimidate was just too much for Takashi's team to handle.
Yes, exactly. I mean, because of the probably not so frequent usage of Bravery, most of the FigVG teams wouldn't be able to handle it very adequately, as what you mentioned.
I think something interesting to note here, though, is that Benjamin chose to protect his Arcanine instead of going for Extreme Speed. So it makes you kind of wonder whether he actually has Extreme Speed in the first place. I can't really remember, don't really remember seeing it in the previous set. So
yeah. There was Flare Blitz, there was Protect, there was Wild Charge, and yeah, the last move wasn't.
You usually would guess it to be Extreme Speed, but at the same time, you kind of think that Extreme Speed would have gone off last turn if he had it.
Perhaps I mean wanting to conserve information, but I felt it wasn't really necessary. With plus Buzzwole being able to close out this game, yeah, Benjamin looks poised to take game 1.
Yeah, but he does have Extreme Speed, reveals it now. Probably just wanting to secure the
make
get
more of a
Buzzwole
safe
in.
play, I would say.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we do see that Hidden Power Fire we hyped earlier, but that's not a Katana there, unfortunately. It's a Buzzwole. Not going to do quite enough.
But I felt that the critical hit is one, but it may have mattered. But typically, I don't think Hidden Power Fire would have done so much. And a Poison to rub salt on an injury.
Yeah. Gonna take more than another critical hit to clear this game, really. So
yes,
Takashi
exactly.
probably going back to the drawing board and reconsidering his choice of 4 for this matchup here.
Yes, exactly. I mean, if you were the Takashi, how would you propose to adjust? I mean, just
I feel like Snorlax here would be dead weight, and in theory it sounds like a decent matchup against Benjamin, save for the Buzzwole, but in practice so far, we've seen a lot of opponents try and set up Snorlax in front of Benjamin, and it's just failed every single time. Not just to Buzzwole, but actually, in fact, mostly due to Bravery's Supersonic Sky Strike, just doing so much damage to it.
Indeed.
So perhaps Takashi might be better off trying to play the fast mode that we've seen him maneuver his way out of plenty of sticky situations with earlier this tournament.
Yeah, I mean, even the so-called potential Coco Arcanine, trying to check the Braviary wouldn't be sufficient because of the Scarf Garchomp aiding the in terms of the matchup-wise for Earthquake to be able to pick off Arcanine and Tapu Koko.
I think we saw earlier that the combination of Garchomp and Bravery actually triggers a special attack boost from Porygon 2's download, so that would actually guarantee a knockout with Ice Beam on the Garchomp. So I guess Takashi would do good again by bringing Porygon 2 up in the front and perhaps trying to go for a quick KO on Garchomp, which would set him up better for the end game, really, since Garchomp was a big factor in pressuring the rest of his team.
Perhaps, I mean, sticking to the previous lead like Porygon 2 and Vimy, and threatening the Garchomp via Moonblast, locking itself into Earthquake, but you wouldn't be able to do too much. So that could be also a potential play that he could make using this.
Yeah, I think things started really going downhill for Takashi when he switched out his Porygon 2 for Arcanine. Had he kept Porygon 2 in to try and pressure with Ice Beam, things might have worked out better for him. So can only guess that he's going to go for that this time.
I felt that switch wasn't... It could be necessary, it could be not, but it's up for debate. But
oh yeah, there was Buzzwole on the other side of the field though, so you kind of understand why he did it. But at the same time, kind of fell short there. So,
but I think he is Benjamin reading that. Switch out and then capitalizing on that as well.
Maybe an Arcanine Porygon 2 lead, although sounding really cliche and overused by now, might be just what he needs to kind of secure the advantage a bit better. Although, of course, he has to be wary of Bravery coming in, but at the same time, I don't think Benjamin's going to let Porygon 2 come in at the front too easily, and that's exactly why he might bring Buzzwole again.
Yes, at least, to threaten, I mean, the pressure, the P2 using superpower, like what he did previously. Both ways, smart switch-ins, but just happened that Benjamin powered over Takashi.
Yep. Because it's just both players reading into each other and Benjamin getting the better end of that deal.
Getting better end of the straw in a sense.
Yep.
So moving to game 2, let's see how both players were going to adjust.
Really looking forward to this. I think we're going to see Bravery and Garchomp now from Benjamin. So if Takashi brought Arcanine now, he's in a lot of trouble.
Yes.
Nope. Looks like we're going to see Tapu Fini and Porygon 2. Yep.
Just as what we have discussed earlier.
Yeah. Good for Takashi to stick to his previous choice. Benjamin kind of overthinking things here, but of course, it's not really a terrible situation for him. He has means of coming back, especially with Buzzwole still in tow.
Yes.
And we do see that Porygon 2 got a special attack boost as we discussed, so That's gonna threaten Garchomp with a quick knockout with Ice Beam.
Yeah, so I mean the cookie cutter kind of play by say Supersonic Sky Strike or Earthquake would not probably be something that Benjamin may not want to execute this turn.
Benjamin forced to actually use his brain this turn, so gonna be a bit tough for him.
Yeah, well, potential. I mean, he has to conserve Garchomp, I would say.
Yeah. You do see Garchomp switch out, yes. Perhaps into Buzzwole or Gigalith coming in.
Gigalith, probably expecting a potential Trick Room, and he himself will be able to take advantage of that.
I believe that's a switch up from his team choice last game. We didn't see Gigalith. I can't remember whether we saw all 4 of his mons though, but regardless, I think it's a good call since he's read that Takashi's goal last game was actually to get the Trick Room sweep going.
Yes,
Gigalith adds another layer of insurance on top of the Buzzwole against Snorlax, so definitely a good call.
Yeah, exactly. Like in terms of the, like if you're setting up Trick Room, I'm going to use my Trick Room check against you. So that was what we see probably in Benjamin's plans.
The unboosted Supersonic Sky Strike going into the Tapu Fini, not going to take it out, and Hydro Vortex going to come off again this time. If it goes back into the Garchomp slot again, this could be big.
Yes, because it would definitely KO the Gigalith, but it could also KO the Braviary?
I'm really not sure about that. I am inclined to believe that Braviary would be less frailer than Garchomp, but I think we'll find out just about now. Bringing it down all the way to the red. I think that will be enough for Sandstorm to pick it off, actually.
But it seems that his HP number seems to be optimized for Sand Recoil, but I'm not so sure.
177, not sure what that entails. I think we'll find out now. Not sure whether it's 17 or 18 damage it's going to be taking from Sandstorm.
Yeah.
We're going to be cutting it really close there.
Well, let's see. He may survive with 1 HP? No, 6.
6, oh.
So probably not optimized.
10%? Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
My bad, it's 1 over 12.
Maybe he's optimized for Sand Recoil, but that damage from Hydro Vortex probably... I'm not sure that they expected the Braviary survival.
Yeah, it's 1 over... Alright, yeah, that makes sense. So Braviary staying around, but Trick Room is up, so Tapu Fini's in trouble, but Porygon 2 quite happy to be where it is, safe for the possibility of a flinch right now.
Yes, yes. So I mean, but well, we haven't seen. I'm not so sure whether, but apart from Supersonic Sky Strike, what does Gigalith, potential Z moves that we see in typical Gigalith spreads.
I think we've seen earlier that Benjamin's Gigalith is a classic cursed Gigalith holding a Pinch Berry.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, smart of him to start cursing right now. Takashi getting a bit ambitious there, leaving Tapu Fini in, but I think getting rewarded for it. Probably gonna see a Muddy Water fly off now and do significant amount of damage to Gigalith.
True.
Yeah.
But now it's in the face of a +1 Rock Slide, in Trick Room even. So it could be quite a problem. But it depends on what P2 goes for.
Yeah, no accuracy drop there from the Muddy Water, fortunately for Benjamin.
Yeah.
Gigalith tends to have enough dice rolls to worry about with its rock type steps.
Yes, exactly. I mean, with the Rock Slide potentially missing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Buzzwole coming in for Benjamin. Also probably also capitalizing on the Trick Room setup by Takashi.
Benjamin's unfortunately burned his Z move earlier in the game with Supersonic Sky Strike, so no option for an all-out pummeling here to Porygon 2. It's gonna drop its defense, which might come into play later should Takashi get some way to bring Snorlax in safely. Still really tight spot for him though, since now Takashi, despite setting up the Trick Room to what he perceived to be his advantage, finds himself pinned down by both of Benjamin's Pokemon.
True.
The cursed up Gigalith and the Buzzwole.
True.
Really tight spot for him.
Yeah, because I felt that in the previous streams we have seen Buzzwole is carrying an Assault Vest, couldn't protect, but is able to take special hits from either Porygon 2 or Tapu Fini.
Oh, pardon me, must have missed the Assault Vest then. I was under the impression that it had that Fighting Them Z option.
Yeah, I think it was Ruven.
Perhaps confused by Ruven, yeah.
So he's switching out for Snorlax.
I guess that will be the better slot to bring it into, since the fighting move into the Porygon 2 slot.
But that Buzzwole though,
a bit too inviting.
Yeah, it's just inviting. I mean, it's barely even slightly above 50%. But I'm not sure if the... Oh yes, it's Pinch Berry as you mentioned.
Goes for the Ice Beam into Gigalith, unfortunately. Kind of think Buzzwole there might have been the better call, but gonna activate the Pinch Berry. Really unfortunate for Takashi then.
Yes, and the Superpower going onto the P2, picking up the KO, negating the attack drop by the Beast Boost.
Yeah, but Beast Boost does not negate the defense drop, so Buzzwole becomes slightly more vulnerable to Snorlax here, which is probably what Takashi is hoping for right now and hoping to take advantage of. But the Sandstorm damage bringing Snorlax woefully close to the berry that berry activation number, which could be bad considering that Takashi Benjamin has a Curse Hub on his Gigalith.
Exactly, I mean he wouldn't be able to take it out by the high horsepower given that range, and well, again, it's just like game 1, he seems to be really playing on the backseat. Benjamin's overall matchup against his team seems to be very, very positive in a sense.
Yeah, big reason, big part of why Benjamin has just done so well today. His team is so well suited for taking on teams like Takashi, which just
dominates the meta right
yeah, which are everywhere and are on everyone's minds. And I think
now
we just see Takashi concede his game too.
and Benjamin takes home the championship for the Singapore Open.
That was certainly an anti-climatic finish, but I guess Takashi realizing he had just no way out of that very, very tight spot there.
Yes.
And Benjamin Tan finally bringing home a title he's been hoping for so long this season.
Yes, I mean he has finally made his breakthrough, finishing top 4 each finalist, and now he has taken home the championship.
He's come so close previously, I believe in Malaysia, in their previous Open.
Yes.
Done pretty well at a few Premier Challenges along the way,
Exactly.
but never really had that opportunity to score an Open or regional or even MSS, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's always kind of just missed out on the even the mid-season showdown. So
Sure.
must feel great. Finally getting there. Bit prematurely. I really didn't think the match would end that early, but you could see the look on the look of surprise on his face as well when the match just ended there.
Yeah, but actually I felt that it was. I mean, if I'm in Takashi's shoes, I would be quite demoralized. I mean, you know, wanting to capitalize on his own tags, but he couldn't really overwhelm his disadvantageous matchup against Benjamin's team.
Perhaps just, going by his battle spot experience. Like, okay, I'm done with this match. I'm not going to waste any more time on it. Let's go do something else. And pressing forfeit.
Yeah, and move on. Yeah.
Yeah.
But well, still strong showing by the Japanese. He indeed, I mean, given the audience a very, very given the audience a spectacle, I would say.
Yeah, and that wasn't despite its short length, that wasn't a bad match to watch. I think it was well played from both players. Very, very good demonstration of switching mechanics there in game 1, which put Benjamin in such an incredible position with Arcanine.
Exactly.
I mean, with Bravery. So, yeah, I think we'll get to have a bit of a chat with both players shortly after this, and so stay tuned. Hey, Zhongying, we're done. Thank you. See ya. Teguri. Okay, hi again everyone. We're back here with Takashi next to me. We're gonna have an interview with him, translated kindly by our tournament organizer and stream manager, Tan Zhongying. So, you ready, Zhongying? Okay. So first of all, Takashi, congratulations on making it so far in today's tournament. What were you doing in Singapore anyway this weekend? Oh, he's here on a work trip and just happened to be able to attend this Pokemon tournament. Wonderful to have you around today. It was really great seeing you play on stream. Thank you. And we understand that in Japan you don't play best of 3 tournaments like what we had here today that often. So how was this experience for you?
Very hard.
Very hard. Well, you played your matches really well though. A lot of us were quite impressed by how you adapted throughout your matches, and particularly impressed by your hidden power fire Porygon 2, I must say. So yeah, that really caught Sugi off guard in round 4, and props to you for making it so far. I guess that's all that really is to be said. Your team speaks for itself. Yeah, so anything else you want to tell the viewers here?
Pokemon game is very,
Oh, he just wants everyone to know that he had a lot of fun here in Singapore and had a great time playing against players. I'm very sure that the people at home really enjoyed watching you play as well. So once again, congratulations, and hope maybe we'll see you in the future in Singapore again as well. Okay, Kala.
And to round off today's stream for the Singapore Open 3, we have our champion Benjamin Tan. Congratulations once again. Yeah, so looking at the CP count, I think probably you have pushed yourself back up to the top 8 for the Oceania ladder, right?
Yeah, I think so, but I shouldn't be too confident.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, again, yeah. So, well, strong showing. I mean, in terms of the matchup wise, your team really had quite a good advantage.
Thank you.
So, what are your thoughts going? I mean, throughout the games.
I mean, I'm just very happy after the match because it's my first time winning a tournament because I've never won any tournament, like not
Yeah,
even
yeah.
a Premier Challenge.
Sure, certainly. But I mean, going into the matchup wise, right? Did you think your team had a good advantage or disadvantage or anything?
Oh, I'm not very confident when I play tournaments, not even small tournaments like Premier Challenge, because I have no idea what to use. I've been away from the VGC community for about a couple of months, and I have no idea what the meta is like. So I only know that Arcanine is being used a lot here. So I was thinking of Bravery and Garchomp. It's a combo that used by an Italian player on the Better Sport rating who reached the 2000 rating. So I'm not exactly I'm not the 6 Pokemon. Only 2 of them is the exact same. So I decided to change a bit of the formats to my own preference.
Well, in fact, it's a very good call, I would say, because you cover the potential intimidate from Arcanine. You also cover the potential option of Tapu Koko and Lele. You know, overwhelming with Tailwind and Earthquake attacks. Looking at previously, I mean, revisiting against your semi-final set against Ruven, I would say he had no solid solution to that.
I would say it's a very lucky because I think because I know what kind of item and sets Ruven's team is, so I wouldn't say that that I won easily because I guess he just made the wrong call, but it's just a lucky call by me.
True, true. I mean but in terms of the matchup itself, I mean even from a third person perspective, your team composition generally is quite positive against most like Fake PG, for example, against Takashi, Ruven's team where he had a lot of ground weak Pokemon, for example. So well, strong showing nonetheless, propelling you to the finals and becoming the eventual champion for this tournament. So what are your plans moving to Anaheim?
I'm just hoping for a day to worse because
I'm sure he has put you in pole position this time. So hope to see that the results wouldn't change too much after the regionals, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
And here we present to you the champion for the Singapore Open 3, Benjamin Tan.
Thank you.